It was a big goal that all of us were working towards. I mean, ever since my freshman year, everyone was talking about when lacrosse was going to finally become a varsity sport, and we were obviously all really excited, get funds from the school, get recognized as a school sport, so everyone was just really excited, really good mood.
Well, when I was hired, actually, the transition had already been made. So we knew it was going to be a varsity sport kind of when I stepped in. I know that the guys are it's something that's special, and they're really excited about to get that opportunity to be, to recognize and to receive some of the privileges that the varsity athletes receive is something that I think the guys were really excited about, and having that chance to lead the program in that new direction was something I was really excited about.
So we're getting new jerseys. We got new practice gear, and then they pay for stuff like balls and just basic equipment. And then some things changed with traveling. Like we have to take a school bus now instead of a charter bus like we used to, but that's not that big of a deal. And we can't play as many teams far away. Like my freshman year, it was really all run by the parents, run by the coaches. The parents and coaches were really involved with each other. We didn't get any recognition really from the school or anything, and we've really just kind of grown as a program. I'm really proud of all of us. We came a long way, and especially with us being a senior, with big senior class this year, first year as a varsity program, we'll have really fun season this year.
Well, it seems like the club kind of operated very similarly to a varsity sport. Kind of the things that I guess I brought that may have raise the level of intensity or structure is that we went to 5 days of practice, went to 6 a.m. conditionings, and we had kind of more expectation of off-season running. So those are kind of the things that came along with both being a varsity sport, but also just new expectations of a coaching staff.
I mean, the game needs to continue to grow. I mean, right now, Indiana, everyone's focused on basketball and football. Lacrosse is mainly an East Coast sport. I mean, the farthest west D1 team is Denver right now. So, I mean, it's starting from the East Coast, slowly moving westward. So I think it just needs to grow as a sport, more people get involved in it. And also, I think we really need to focus on younger kids, getting because everyone plays CDC football, CDC basketball. And if we can start younger kids playing CDC lacrosse, I think it'll give us a good shot.
Yeah, I think that we need more growth in the sport. We need to have more schools take on leadership roles in adopting lacrosse as a varsity sport itself. And I think the more kids that we get involved, the more opportunity we'll have for the IHSA to add it as a recognized varsity sport.
I think it's just because it's obviously spreading from the East Coast, but I think people are just starting now to really pick it up and see it on TV, it's being college lacrosse is finally on ESPNU and getting a bit more broadcast, so people are finally seeing it. And I think people that do come to the games, they see how up-tempo it is and how fast it is, and no other sport is really like that. So I think it's just a unique sport that it makes people like it a lot.
I grew up outside Chicago where I played lacrosse. I went on to play in college at Carthage College in Kenosha, Wisconsin. I stayed on after my playing days as a graduate assistant where we made the NCAA tournament. And then I was lucky enough to become a head coach of a Division III program at age 23. So I started the program at a school called Northland College. And from there I actually moved here to be the director of a travel sports lacrosse company. And for the region, and I was lucky enough to step in here when there was some transition for the head coaching role.
He's really involved. He's really involved with us as players, always asking us what we think, what our input is about stuff, especially as seniors. And I think that definitely is really helpful, because last year that was we kind of had some troubles with communication between coaches and players. So he's really making sure that we're happy, everything's happy. But yeah, he's a really good coach. I'm really excited.
Yeah, really one of our focuses has been implementing the culture we're kind of looking for. So we focus on energy, discipline, and toughness. Every practice, every day, every time we meet as a collective unit. And we feel like with the caliber of men that we have in the program, if we execute those 3 details, we're going to be successful when we walk onto the field.
Our mentality every year is to win a state championship, whether we're a school sport or not. I mean, I think there's a bit more pressure on us now that we're recognized as a school sport, because I mean, if you're a school sport at Carmel, your expectation is excellence. So, I mean, I think we have just a bit more pressure, but I think it's good pressure because everyone's a bit more focused.